What's up, everybody? We got Mr. Jeff King, the bear, in the house. And you know that tonight we are going to be talking the Predator Ghost and a few other things about Harbor Freight. So, Jeff, what has Deep Freight had to say this time?
I'll be honest, Deep Freight's been pretty mute on this whole subject, which is surprising because I've reached out to a bunch of sources. I've talked to a bunch of people and I'm trying to get information, and they're being really hush hush about this. And I tried to find some of the pics that I had from before. Of course, that was on an old phone, and I don't know where they ended up, but I can't find them. I'm going to keep searching for them. If I can, I'll be sure to send them over if I can find them at least. But right
Okay.
now it's surprising how quiet it is about this. The only thing they've been able to tell me so far is the launch date, which they're still looking at first week of May.
Okay, hang on. I don't have anybody watching, and this is second time I've had this happen. Oh, now I got the email saying I'm live on YouTube, which is weird. I got one person. Okay, I don't know who's showing up. Now, I do know I was on a stream yesterday, and someone on there had mentioned around the middle of April about the ghost coming out. So, I mean, is that more reliable, or is what you're getting from your resources, saying, hey, Renegade?
Well, here's the my usual contact at over at Harbor Freight. My this is my official channel contact is out right now. He's on paternity leave. So his backup is the person who told me.
Okay,
And whether he's actually dialed in, knows what's going on, or whether he just asked somebody casually and they casually mentioned it, I don't know. I haven't dealt with him enough to really know how accurate his information is, because
okay,
let's be honest, the Harbor Freight's a very modular and insular company. A lot of people
right,
think of like they're like, oh, this company just makes the decisions and that happens. No, there's all these different departments, and they all have a great degree of independence. And the more important the department is, the more independence they have, and the more they can tell other people to just shove it. We're not going to work with you. Like
right,
like the welding group. The welding group takes marching orders from no one, as far as I can tell. The cabinet group, the makes the Harbor Freight cabinets and the icons, they do whatever the heck they want. They're like, basically, you go keep making money for us, and we won't bother you. And the Predator
right,
group is another one of these ones that they're just, you've got the Predator standalone motors, you've got the Predators in the pressure washers and the backhoes and everything else, and they're also in the generators. So I mean, this is a big department, and uh, so I think they're just being very tight-lipped about it. But it's so the information we get out of it, it's not coming firsthand. It's probably getting handed down the chain. So
right.
it at this point, I wouldn't bet a week's salary on it. That's for sure.
Because I remember last week I was talking to you and asked you if you've heard about a price on it. You said no, and now I have heard that they're talking about like 299.
Yeah, in fact, I actually did hear from a couple other people that the price was going to be $300.
Okay,
But these are people who talk to people. They're not official channels, and they're
right.
not necessarily people who are directly in that group or in the know. But basically, they're saying, well, the word that we heard through other back channel sources was $300.
Do you see that being a reliable amount as far as what it will be out for?
Well, that's funny you mentioned that, because what I've been trying to do is figure out, and this is the difficult, because I'm completely reading tea leaves here when it comes to this, trying to figure out exactly what modifications they're doing to the base engine, and then
Right,
I'm going out and looking, well, how much would it cost if I parted that out myself,
right,
and then try to figure out, well, how much then you got to figure out what their markup's going to be. I honestly thought it was going to be more. I thought it was going to come out in around the $500 range. I was surprised to see 300.
That's what I was thinking. From what you had told me about it, I was thinking between in somewhere between the 500-600 range, because I've looked at kind of like what you had mentioned last night. Okay, I've actually looked at parts and everything for the Predator 212 as far as what it costs to do the upgrades. We're talking new camshaft, the piston, because the
Yep.
piston itself that it comes with is a dish style piston. And so you've got a flat top style piston, which is going to increase your compression ratio right there. Like I said, we're talking valves. You can go bigger valves on it. The valve springs themselves with the retainers and keepers. Then you're also talking about going and getting like a Mikuni slide carburetor. You're talking about getting the exhaust. Which kind of exhaust are you going to get and put on there? You're going to leave it open? Or you're going to put a muffler on it? I mean, it's all those different things that are out there that will determine the price on it. Now, give you an example. The place here in Texas that is big into doing that, I've been on their website. They've got a race-ready head. $300 just for the head.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's got 32 millimeter intake, I think 28 millimeter exhaust. It's been shaved. It's been ported and polished. It's got the better spring, valve springs, keepers, retainer, all that kind of stuff. This thing's already been reworked. They're $300. And like what you were mentioning is like something I was thinking about from Mad Max. Like that one guy was saying, speed's the amount of money. How fast do you want to go?
Yeah, it is. And it adds up quick.
Right. I mean, if you want to get one of those 212s and go balls to the wall 100 miles an hour, you're going to spend $1,000, $1,500. No problem. You can do it, but you're going to spend a lot of money on something like that. I mean, give you an example. Okay, like that flat top piston. Okay, I don't know if you've been looking into it like I have. Those are like $20. So, I mean, I think camshaft runs about $70, $80. I mean, you get what they call a stage 1 performance kit.
Yep.
Which gets you another jet for the carburetor, gets you the exhaust, and a few other things, and those usually run you about $100.
Or up to 200. I was just looking at them earlier today, and they can range all over the place.
Right. I mean, you can get them up to $400 or $500.
Yep.
And as a matter of fact, I don't remember how long ago it was, but there's a channel called Cars and Cameras, and I got someone coming in to see me.
Hi.
Yep.
Come on, baby.
Yep.
Well, the other one is down there.
Yeah.
You have Bella the meth lab. I have Scout the knee-high ankle biter. Little Chihuahua.
And by the way, Jeff, this is Crystal.
Crystal.
Oh
and
yeah,
Sky.
we know her. How you doing?
Yep.
I'm good.
Yep. But no, Cars and Cameras, they actually did the breakdown.
I've got pork chops going. So.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I get pork chops for dinner.
Mm-hmm. And he never knows my seasoning recipe because it's never the same twice.
Yeah, because you can't remember it.
No, I know what I put in it, but the ratios are different.
Ah, okay. I think Jeff wants to come over for dinner then.
Let me know when you're heading towards Texas.
Unless you're still on that keto diet.
I am on keto. In fact, I'm supposed to be cooking pork chops wrapped in bacon over the campfire tonight. So,
ooh, we might be going over there instead.
I'm not that fond of bacon, though.
I do.
Not
like
that fond of bacon. Oh my gosh.
I know I'm slightly un-American, but I just, when you grow up on with your grandfather owning a hog farm, and you seeing them go from itty bitty piglets to the plate in detail.
It's delicious. I know.
Oh yeah.
I grew up in
Yeah.
Iowa, so
Yeah. But and then I have to clean the chitlins.
yeah, I'll
I'm
pass
not
on
that
the
fun
chitlins.
anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I
But-
guess you want to go inside, huh? Yeah, I'm getting that look like,
Yeah.
come on.
But-
All right, I'll see y'all guys in a bit. I'll show your laptop to turn it on in there.
Okay, that'll work. But no, like I said, they were doing a breakdown on it. Hey Scott, hey Sam, and Wayne. Of course, got Daryl from 2ATVs. But anyways, they did a breakdown probably 2 or 3 years ago, and they told you, okay, for this amount of money, you can get like a stage 1, and then for this amount, you can go up to stage 2, 3, 4, and everything. And this is what you're going to spend, and as far as what kind of horsepower and torque and everything you're going to get.
Well, yeah. I
So-
mean, I was looking at Go Power Sports earlier, and they have a ready to go. They've already done all the tune for you and everything. A ready to go stage 1 racing engine based on the Predator 212, and it's
Right.
$429.
Now, is that Tillotson 225,
I'm
or is it Predator 212?
it's the Predator 212.
Okay, because I do know that Go Power Sports, that's a place here in Texas, which is about hour and a half or so away from me.
Mm-hmm.
They do have a Tillotson 225, and it, of course, it's still based on the 212. Of course, now Harbor Freight, they've come out with the 224 and everything, which, like I said last night, I do have one. I wound up buying it when it was actually on sale, I think for the $160
Mm-hmm.
instead of the $190. So yeah, I saved that $30, but it's sitting in pieces right now.
Yeah.
I mean, I've already got it disassembled. Like I said, I planned on buying, all the parts and everything and getting it built up. I just hadn't done it yet. I will. And I want to put that on a mini bike frame. But yeah, I mean, like I said, that's something that it just, like I said, how fast you want to go, how much horsepower do you want? That's going to depend upon, how much you want to spend and how deep your pockets are.
Yeah, well, we actually over here we're in Boulder City, which is just south of Vegas, and just
Right.
south of us is a pretty decent sized dry lake bed. Just huge flat. Now it's not like the Salt Flats. It's not that nice.
Right.
But my kid's been trying to talk me into building a kind of like going for a land speed record with the 212, taking the 212, trying to get as much out of it as we can, and try to see what top speed we can get down there on the Salt Flats. So that's something we're thinking about doing. It's but being mobile and stuff, it's hard to. I don't know how much the RV park's going to be thrilled with me setting up a welding rig and going to town. It'd be fun to try. See how much money we can throw into that.
You could. Well, I mean, there's one channel out there that he's already taken the 224 and he's already getting 70 miles an hour out of it.
Oh my gosh. Can you imagine?
70 miles an hour. And that's on that's on that brand new 224. Now, exactly what he's done to it, I don't know. All I know is I haven't watched the video yet. I will, because I'm curious to see what all he's done to it. Because he's been building it up, doing different things to it,
Mm-hmm.
different stages and everything. And I'm going 70 miles an hour, and mind you, this is just basically a CV. Oh, was it? I'm trying to remember what the clutch style system is on. It's not a regular clutch, but it's the
Torque converter, the CVT.
Torque converter. Yeah, putting a torque converter on it. Now, what series torque converter?
Yeah.
I don't know. Because, I mean, I think you've got a 30 series. I think there's 30, 40, and a 50. Don't hold me to that, but I'm still trying to remember all that kind of stuff.
Well, it's as you said, it's you can throw as much money as you want into it, but I don't know. I find it. I'm getting a little frustrated here trying to figure out exactly what Harbor Freight's going to do because I know they want to make it race ready, but they also, if they're going to come in at that $300 price point, they've got to leave some things out.
Well,
So
from what I understand, it's going to be Governor Delete already, so there's no governor in it.
okay,
Now, are they? I don't know if they're going to leave the low oil sensor in or leave it out because most of the guys I see, when they get that engine, the governor and low oil sensor are the first two things that they will rip out.
Yep.
Now I do know that if you go and get the billet rod, they're already saying that you have to check clearance on it because some of them you actually have to grind the dipper part because otherwise it's going to be hitting on the block and the camshaft, and some of them you have to sit there and grind on the camshaft.
Or it's hitting, or okay. Well, sorry, somebody just sent this to me, and they're saying it's going to have reinforced dual ball bearing racing cylinder with cast iron sleeve, a T6 heated treated aluminum rod, and a ground cam.
Okay.
So we got also let's see here, high silicon valve springs, high flow racing intake, and hold on, I gotta scroll this. People keep sending stuff to my Instagram. I don't know why they don't just send me an email. And that's all I can read on this. So maybe I can get them to resend it.
Right. See, that's some of the things, I was asking you last week is like, what exactly, because I'm curious as far as what all they are going to put in this engine. Because like I said, I've been watching, it's Cars and Cameras I've been watching, Redbeard's Garage, there's Rather Be Welding, was it Build, Break, Repeat, and there's a couple of others, that are out there that is in the go-kart and mini bike community. Temp Boys Customs, that's Adam. He's a guy out there in Florida, and that's what he does. And they're always, like I said, I still can't believe the fact, they go out, they'll spend $100 for an engine, bring it back, don't put any oil in it, no gasoline, and they will strip it down. I mean, I did it for $160, but that's on the new 224.
Mm-hmm.
But like you said, it's like, what exactly? Now, you say it's got different valves in it, right? Or valve springs. Okay. What's the spring rating?
I don't know. All it says is high silicon valve springs.
Okay, silicone means to me. I hear silicone, I think of rubber. So I mean that's because I know that most of the guys they're going to put like a 26 or 28 pound spring in there. Because I mean the stock ones you can sit there and you can take your thumb literally and push down on the retainer and you can sit there and open the valve up. And they're getting the heavier duty springs, putting them in there because they're higher revving the engine.
Mm-hmm.
So with that higher revving, you want to make sure when that cam, that lobe and everything is coming down off that lifter, you want to make sure that that spring has got enough pressure to make sure that valve does close. Otherwise, that piston is going to come up and say hello. I do know that they're also putting like chromoly push rods in them. They've got cut the length chromoly rods, for the the push rods.
Yep.
So, but like you were saying, it's like, I mean, did they? You said that they have a new head for it even?
Let's see here. I don't know if we saw the dual ball bearing racing cylinder with sleeve and a T6 heat treated aluminum rod. I thought there was something about the piston in here. I'm not seeing it. Ground cam, silicon springs, high flow race intake port.
Okay, so they ported out the head on that,
Yep.
which is something that most guys do. Now it's not saying. Wayne's saying a chrome silicone. Now, if it's a chrome silicone spring, okay, he's saying that can hold up to 50 degrees more heat. That I can understand. But my only, you're not saying as far as, what kind of carburetor. Are they still running the stock style carburetor, or are they going to be putting a Mikuni slide carburetor on it?
Hold on. Let me ask him if he knows.
Like I said, these are questions that's like you said, what exactly are they doing to that engine?
Let's see if he gets back to me.
Now, how reliable is that source for that information?
This is not somebody from the department. This is not an official source that I'm chatting with.
Okay.
This is somebody who allegedly works. I can only, verify so much, and I try to really protect their identity, so I can't say too much. But he's saying a round slide carburetor.
So a Mikuni.
Mikuni is a flat carburetor, right?
Well, they have a round slide.
Okay.
They do have a round, but I mean, they call it flat, but then it's all. But the piece that does go up and down, it is round. It's a round. It is a round slide. Now, if they put a Mikuni, are they going to be putting like a 24 millimeter, 26, 28?
I don't know.
Yeah, I know. I mean, because you were the one asking me. It's like I've been watching these guys and learning. That I'll admit that I have not gone out and done it like they have, because they've been doing it for years. But I watch, I listen, and I'm learning, and I remember this kind of stuff. That way I'm gaining the information of what I need to do. And of course, now for me, there's little tricks that I know of that I have not heard any of the guys ever mention. And I was talking to Crystal about that last night. She goes, yeah, that's something I've never heard them ever say either. I go, that's true. And I'm not going to say exactly what it is, but it is performance wise.
Well, if he gets back to me, I'll let you know. But that's all I got right now. Sorry.
All right. So when is your main contact going to be back?
Oh, he's not going to be back 3 months.
Oof.
2.5 months at this point. So
basically after the Ghost is already out.
Oh yeah.
Man, it'd really be nice to be able to, get some good hard information for, concrete information for sure about that. Okay. Now, like I said, all right. Because I had some other information I was going to let you know about.
Go ahead. I'm not getting anything useful here.
All right. On that U.S. General end locker. Yeah. Okay. Now I looked back at the video I shot at the store, and now I haven't actually been to a store yet to actually physically look at one, but in the video that I shot, I can see down inside the riv nut itself, and the threads are clean. There's no paint on them. Okay, but here's the question: why would they invest and change the line to paint it differently?
Well, it's the same size locker.
Correct.
It weighs approximately the same.
Right.
They didn't have a problem painting it before.
Correct.
So now they're going to punch holes in it, attach riv nuts, then screw eyelets onto it so they can hang it for the paint chamber.
That don't make any sense. No.
That sure seems like it's going to add several steps and money into the process.
Right.
And it may seem like nothing. For you and I, we're like a couple riv nuts. So what? When you're producing thousands and thousands of these things, they're counting the pennies.
Oh yeah.
And they were able to do this before, so why add this step? I mean, maybe, as you said, it sounds like they're clearly using it for just what they said, for the paint stuff. That is their, but it may be like, well, we have it, let's use it, rather than we're going to add it just so we can create an extra step.
And on top of that, they're having to create the extra equipment. They have to bring in all the extra equipment for doing that. So they're modifying the plant itself for doing it. I mean, because one, you're having to get a different machine, or you're having to modify the existing machine that is stamping out all the holes now. Oops, she's bringing them in. Yep.
Now, if you can tell me what I put on it.
I'll tell you here in a little bit.
Chicken.
No, I don't see chicken being on there. I see pork chops.
You're growing feathers. Yeah, I just forgot to bring you a knife. You'll survive.
That's okay.
I'm sure.
Now
she's hungry.
Yeah. But it's like on this one back here, okay? Like you said, it's the same size, dimension-wise, same thing. They didn't have a problem painting it beforehand. The only thing I can see that they did different besides those rib nuts is they strengthened up the sides to where it hangs on the side of the bottom cabinet. That I can understand, because it was put out there that was a weak spot. It was falling. That was one of the reasons why they decided to, put it on clearance, and they were going to be coming out with a better, the newer, improved version of it. But then here you've got extra. So now you've got to set up the machine that's going to then punch those extra holes in there. Then you got to have another machine that's going to put the rib nuts in and get them secured, and all this other stuff. And you're spending how many thousands of dollars for all this extra equipment to paint it the same as you did the other? I don't.
It's a solution in search of a problem.
Yeah, so but why like there wasn't a problem beforehand?
I know.
Yeah. Now, like I said, I'll have to go back to a store and look. I mean, I know you probably have several stores in your area. You might find one. But as far as the only thing I can think of, as far as why those threads are like that, maybe it's because they're wanting to make sure that the bolts that they're going to use for later matches.
I don't know. As I said, I reached out to my contact, and that was the official story, is the painting. I almost could have seen it if they're doing it to increase stability and shipping, because I know that's a huge issue. So many of these boxes, all the boxes, and from everybody, so many of them get dented and destroyed in shipping.
Right.
So I could see it as a mounting point for shipping, but they didn't say that. They didn't say any of that. But
Right.
it just seems like it doesn't. I don't know. The math doesn't add up for me in saying it's a solution for painting.
Yeah, I mean, it to me it makes no sense because, like you said, it sounds like a bunch of bull, and I can't see them, like I said, spending, how many hundreds of thousands of dollars on new equipment when the old way was working for painting.
Yeah.
I mean, I do spray painting myself at work. Okay, that's what I do for a living. We don't change the way we do it. It's all the same. Just because we get new bolts or screws or whatever, now we might modify something here and there, but to do it, it's going to be the same process. Yes, of course, I got Chef Shade Tree Scott. He's wanting to come up that way he can introduce himself. But it's like, right now, everybody, y'all just wait, because this is the time for Jeff and I to be talking about this stuff from Harbor Freight.
I don't mind. Bring them all on.
Let's see. It's coming up. There we go.
Boy, we're getting blown around here. The winds are bad.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, the whole RV is shaking. But notice, terrible winds, shaking the whole RV. I got solid internet tonight. Last night, it just was so rough.
He's like, yeah, put it out there on the table. Let's see if it's. Oh, we're in green. No, we're in red.
Yep.
So move the phone. Hey, let's see if the opening the door changes the pixie dust.
And it did. It did. That one spot on that counter, that was the one spot where I had perfect service. I should put like some tape around it so I know to always put it back in that same spot.
I mean, because that was one thing I was kind of cracking up about last night. Is like you were getting so upset and frustrated because like I'm sitting here watching, all of a sudden I see the whole thing going around and around. Like, okay, they're buffering.
Well, we spent all this money to switch over to Verizon because I'm like, sometimes you just have to be like, I rarely am that person, but sometimes you just like throw money at the problem, see if it fixes it. So we threw money at it, and the first week it was solid. I'm like, yes, this is exactly why we did this. And then the next week, up and down, up and down, up and down. Oh,
maybe you need to go and get HughesNet. Get that HughesNet satellite internet.
Oh my gosh, that stuff. I had a friend who had that back in the day, and once you could, like, if you're downloading something, it was great, but the latency, it would take forever. Like it was like a soft start motor kind of thing, where it would take forever to ramp up. Then once it got going, it was super fast, but you could never do live streams or something like that with it.
That's why, for me, I switched over from having AT&T with the DSL. And I switched from, I have, mind you, this was through my mom, because I'm living here with my mom, trying to help her out with the phone line. Okay. And we have the fastest that AT&T would offer. No, it was not working. I finally broke down. I got a hold of Spectrum, and they came out with the cable and everything. Right now, I could run the tests and everything. I'm getting like 400 down and like 21 up. I mean, it is fast.
Yeah,
And
Spectrum's what we had to eventually go with up in Montana.
is it?
Yeah. And I didn't
actually
want to because they made us pay $200 for the initial install. And I'm like, everywhere else I've been, they'll do the installs for free. And I felt like I was getting gouged, but the service was so solid. It's hard to complain about it.
Okay, we got the Chef's Shade Tree, Scott.
Howdy, howdy.
Rowdy.
Howdy, Mr. King. Now you can put a face to the name now.
That's awesome.
Yep.
I've actually been on your Facebook for, oh, Lord have mercy. I've probably been on your Facebook maybe 3-4 years, maybe.
On the group?
I'm Scott SD on your Facebook.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I've been blocked out of your group a couple times because of something I said wrong.
It happens.
Yeah, it happens. Oh well, you get people in there, they talk shit, and then you say something wrong. And, oh well, whatever.
Yep.
But anyways, I got a big question for you, Jeff.
Sure.
I've been wanting to do a build. I went to my local Harbor Freight, and I asked the manager there a question about how I can get a toolbox cheaper. Well, they gave me a number to like customer service for Harbor Freight.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd like to know if you got a contact to who I could call and talk to about it.
For toolboxes?
Yeah.
No, I can pass some information along. I don't give their phone numbers out, but
Got ya.
So here's the issue for me. So like if you remember I was talking about before how Harbor Freight has these. Sorry, hold on. The dog's going all defensive.
Someone's home.
It's just the little boy. Calm down, dog. So anyway, they have two really separate sides of the house, and that's the marketing side and the development side. And the two don't talk except the very, very top levels. And all of my contacts are on the development side. So it's I don't get discounts. They send me stuff that they want to showcase. But like if I want like when I wanted a new generator, I had to go and buy it myself. So as I said, I will pass it along, and if they want to work with you and showcase it, they'll get in touch. But send me your email at red@denatools.com and I'll pass it along. But that's all I can really say.
Well,
Scott,
see what I want to do. I got this harebrained idea I've been wanting to do. I want to take 3 carts, 3 of the 5-drawer carts, and make a Frankenbox.
A tower?
Yeah, well, it's going to be just more than just a tower. It's going to be. I'm going to put 3 carts side by side, and I'm going to take 2. I want to take 4 26-inch boxes. I'm going to put on top boxes, the 26-inch top boxes.
Yeah.
And I'm going to put 2 on each side on the bottom and 2 on each side on the top.
So it'll be like an
In the carts. In the carts. Yes. Yeah. I've had this harebrained idea for like a year and a half now that I want to build, but I just don't have I don't have that. It cost me what? You're looking at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 1,500. You're looking at $1,500 just in getting them pieces.
Yeah.
I don't want them given to me. I just like to see if I can get a good deal on them, if you know what I mean.
Scott, what I would suggest is kind of like for me on this top box. Okay, this is a 56-inch top box that managed to find at my local Harbor Freight, and it's damaged. Okay, it was just like
Well,
an
see,
open
that's
box.
what I've been doing.
Right.
That's
I
what I've
would-
been doing. I've been checking every once in a while, see if I can't get the damaged one.
Right
Yeah,
now,
but then you're just rolling the dice as to what model
right,
you get.
and you're
stuff.
gonna have to go from store to store, check them with them. I do that every time I go to a Harbor Freight. It's like I've got several in the area, and it's like I told Crystal, I think 2 weeks ago, hey, let's go over to Duncanville, see if they've got something different. It's a different store, hadn't been there in a
Mhm.
long time. Go check that out. I've got one over in Terrell I want to go back to. You know, because mainly I visit with Waxahachie and Corsicana because they're two closest. But it's like, okay, got Duncanville, got Terrell if I want. I got Arlington. I've got Mesquite. I got Upteen, and I don't know how many up in Dallas. I got several out in Fort Worth. You know, it's
I do the same thing. I'm between Lima. I'm between Lima and Findlay, so I'm a half hour from Lima and a half hour from Findlay. And then there's one over in Bell Fountain. You know, there's some around the area, which I do. I check out every once in a while. But sometimes they want just as much for one as they want one for on sale for. You know, they got one on sale right now for $199, and they want $229 for one that's damaged. Yeah. I'm like, I'll just wait for their on sale for $199 and buy one.
Well, like this one here. Okay, this top box normally I think is like $600. Okay.
Well,
and because of the damage and everything, and of course I've known the manager at the store, and that's also another thing. If you can get in knowing management, not the cashiers, but management at those particular stores, you start getting that camaraderie with them and everything. You start talking to them. They will say, okay, I can get you a better deal. This top box I got for less than $400. That's how much, you know, because they knocked off well over $200 off of it. And I don't know if you've seen the video of when I brought it home, but I showed the damage. It was all cosmetic.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about
I've seen
on it as long as it will physically function.
I've done the same thing with tools. I've bought plenty of tools on their rack in the back. I always search through Harbor Freight's their purple list.
Oh yeah.
Well, here's another idea for you. So sometimes twice a year, they do their friends and family employees everything 25% off. And what you have to do is you have to befriend an employee there, and they have to add you to their list, and you can buy as much as you want, 25% off. That usually happens.
I'm almost half tempted to get a job there. Really, they're paying $14 an hour here.
Might not be a bad. Do it long enough to get what you need, but they usually do that November, December.
I'll just sign their check over to them. They just give me tools.
Yeah, but Scott, I mean that's what I would suggest is if you get, like I said, get in contact with them, because I could call up to the Waxahachie store and I'll say, is so and so there? And they'll go, and it's like I'll talk to them. I'll tell them, say, this is Mater and everything. I said, well, I'll ask them, hey, what kind of deals have you got right now? Is there anything over there that I'm looking for? Do you have anything? And they'll tell me yes or no right there on the phone. That way, that saves me time. Same way with Corsicana. Like I said, to me, Jeff might even agree. Best thing is start becoming friends with the managers at the stores.
Well,
the thing is, I don't go in enough to talk to them. So I just pop in every once in a while and check things out. And
right.
Well, pay attention to the certain stores, because I found in certain areas, there's always going to be that one store that gets most of the corporate returns. Like I'm here in Vegas, we have 6 stores in Vegas, and the one out on, of course I am now. The one out on the west side of town always gets the lion's share of all the returns from factory. So figure out which store gets the most of those, and then befriend that manager.
So how would say?
Well,
So then, how would I find out what store would be getting the corporate returns in my area?
Usually they're the one, like they'll have a table up front that's just always filled with stuff.
Okay. Well, Waxahachie, that's actually no, it was Corsicana. That's where I got this top box at, and it's actually the same store where I got the in locker and in cabinet at. And of course, the in locker was their clearance.
Because you have to pay attention. There's two types of things. They have the store returns, where that's somebody's returned it directly to the store and they're just trying to mark it down and resell it. And then you've got corporate returns, where it was sent back to break fix or whatever, and they've turned around, they've refurbished it or whatever, and they've sent it out through distribution to that store in particular to sell. And the stores that get those are going to have the widest selection. That's the manager you really need to get to know.
So that would be Corsicana, because that's the store that I wound up finding those two Predator 670s at, and I got both of them for less than $800. And these were
wow.
refurbished. These were ones that something went wrong with them. They got sent back. They were brought in, damaged or whatever, and I guess they were sent back to get refurbished or whatever. They sent them to that store. And to me, now I've seen 670s, on the shelf, but I've never seen a Predator 670 engine sitting on the clearance area. And it's like, I had to jump on them. Uh-oh. Got someone else. I didn't realize someone else was in the basement.
I just popped in. I'm going to be a smart aleck for a little bit. Well, one is because I've done retail for so much, I quoted them price basically about $20 above manufacturer cost on that, on the toolbox, and they upped it by $50 and sold it to him.
Yeah.
And he looked at me. He goes, "How in the did you do that?" And I have also talked to the managers without him. They are a distribution hub. They get the stuff. They're the ones that's how come I was able to find out about different stuff, is because the manager told me, well, we're a hub, but we haven't got that in yet. I was like, okay.
Yeah. And also another thing, Jeff, one thing that I really like about Crystal is she used to work Harbor Freight in Oklahoma.
Ooh, inside information.
Yeah, because we've been walking around, and I can literally ask her. It was like, okay, was there, how many of these were brought back? How many of these kind of got returned? And she told me, oh, those we'd get a lot of, or these, no, they wouldn't.
Email, sweetheart.
I know. I see Cajun.
Hey, Jeff, here's a little shot of my 4-drawer cart here. See what I put up in the top here?
That's nothing but Pittsburgh.
Yep. Nothing. These socket rails are Pittsburgh.
Mm-hmm.
But I just wanted to show. I've cleaned it all out. If you pay attention to my videos here, Mater, you'll see me cleaning this thing out. I've got 8 videos coming out. But I want to show you this. See these right here?
Yeah.
I screwed them through the top, and that's where I hang all my gear wrenches at. Is off of here.
Nice.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. Because if I could shut it here real quick.
Renegade, I've never.
See, I made a line. I made a line all the way across the top here. I placed every single wrench on here and drilled the holes in it through the back.
That's a good mod.
Yeah.
Did you do a video on doing that?
No, I did that before I started my YouTube channel. I did that 3 years ago. And then I also have this on the side of it too.
Yeah,
Ooh.
now that's a lifesaver right there.
Yeah.
I bought them suckers up in Canada while I was up in Canada. I was up in Canada for over a year. That's the reason why I said when I was up in your area 3 years ago, I drove back from BC, Canada. I was up in Upper BC, Canada, and I
Yeah.
drove down through Washington State, Oregon, California, and I come down through Reno, and then I went down through Vegas, and then I cut across, went over to Boulder, and then went down to Kingman, Arizona, and then I took Route 66 across the states. Then
That's a nice drive.
Yeah.
it was.
Well,
I
except-
loved it. I did it. I did it in my Durango too.
Oh, that's it. I wanted to look at Durangos. Thanks for reminding me about that. I'm looking for.
Yeah.
I'm looking to sell my BMW and get a different car. And I was trying to think if I could find like a Durango RT or something.
Oh, the one you get 3/4 of tank for $100.
Well, yeah. I mean, if I can't fill it up, it's everything I have has an 8-cylinder or a giant 6-cylinder diesel in it.
We
I'm
What
going
put
to spend the gas.
I don't know. Did you see the last comment I posted last night?
No, what was that?
I said, what you ought to do is go get the new Dodge Caravan that has the Hellcat engine.
Oh, I saw that.
oh
I've
Jesse,
seen that car. That is ridiculous.
I have heard that van, and it literally does sound
My
like a
dip-
spring cat when they're accelerating really quickly. Because somebody had one here in town, and they had to cross the light from yellow to red. So guess who hit the gas as they went through the intersection? I'm like,
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
oh yeah, but
My dad was a big time wood cutter. There's one of
Hold
his
on a
original
second.
saws he had.
All right. He's got a phone call.
yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. It could be Mrs. Bear. Yeah,
Mrs.
Red
Bear.
Chris and I, we actually went on a trip, and about 3 weeks ago, when we went to Jim's,
Yeah.
and it was what did I say, $99,
For 26 gallons.
almost 26 gallons, and that wasn't even. That was what that filled it up.
Yeah, that filled it completely full.
Yeah,
You
and
were-
we were at what, quarter of a tank?
But you had 32. You've got a 32 gallon tank, and you put 26 in it.
Yeah,
But you-
almost 26.
Yeah, because you and Chris were sitting there arguing over whether it had a 26 gallon tank or a 32, and it's like, I looked at you both. I said, "Shut up! It's a 32 gallon tank because it's a V8 Hemi. It's
Yeah.
a big truck with a big engine. It's got a big gas tank."
And the thing about it is, when we bought it, it said on the little sticker, said 32-gallon tank.
And you didn't pay attention, did you?
Well, I knew it. That's why I kept telling it, it's a 32-gallon. I told him it had 32 gallons.
We put 60 in it today.
I think
Youch.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
that was
I
17.
think my Durango has a 37 gallon tank on it.
Oh
Hey,
wow.
Missy.
Hey, Missy.
Hey, you know,
Or
here in
yeah,
Boulder
27.
City, regular gas just outpaced diesel for the first time in I can't remember how long. So actually,
Really?
my diesel is now
Wow.
cheaper than gas.
Yeah, it was.
Gas is $5.55.
Oof, it
Wow.
was 365 for us.
Yeah.
Hey, Casey.
Hey, Casey. And Jeff, as you can tell, I get a lot of different people in on my live streams because, I mean, I don't talk just about tools. We'll talk about, let's see,
Talk about everything.
crochet.
Yeah.
We'll talk tools. We'll talk small engines, coins.
Cajun Coin Hunter, coins, small engines, and everything.
And I know you're always following the stock market.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, would you say that investing in precious metal right now would be a good thing?
Well, you always want to have a percentage of your investments in something that is a solid asset like precious metals, or like I'm invested very strongly in brass is what I'm invested in. But I also have stuff in the stock market. Like I have GameStop, back in GameStop, and it just went through the roof today. So that's fantastic. But that's what we have. That's my really speculative kind of stuff. That's the kind of money. If it goes away, it sucks. But I'm not gonna lose my shirt over it. The stuff that you have to be able to invest, the stuff that's gonna stick around. Here's the thing about like gold and silver and stuff like that. It always kind of parallels its own value. Now, it may change the dollar amount, but what you can buy with it always seems to be about the same. So it's a hedge against inflation, hyperinflation, and stuff like that. You're never going to really get rich investing in it. It's where you put your money so it doesn't devalue.
Right.
Like the dollar.
Because one thing I wound up doing was he's not on here yet. I hadn't seen him come into the chat yet.
Who?
But Money Maniac. He's a guy out in Arizona. He deals in coins and mostly silver and gold, stuff like that. He had what was known as the Queen's Beast set. It was 11 2-ounce silver 999 silver coins. And I spent just over $1,900 on the set, and that was to have them sent off to get graded. The drawback, okay, he was saying that these should come back either MF69 or MF70. He said they come back like that, you're looking anywhere from $5,000 to $6,000 value. They can't. We got the grade on them and don't know what's going on. But now that grade is a lot lower, and I'm looking at about 3,500. As far as value wise.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now, I did spend.
There's Boo.
Yeah, I see him. Gonna bring him up.
Give me a second. I'm typing.
All right.
All right, I got it. It just takes me a second.
All right. Hey, Cajun.
Yeah, Tommy, I saw that, and we need to leave that between those two.
Yeah.
That was just no.
Yeah. But anyways, instead of having, like I said, say a $5,500, value, it's down to $3,500. Yeah, I mean, I'm still making money on it if I want to sell it as of right now.
Nope. You're not selling it now.
Right. To me, I look at it as an investment because silver will go up.
Yeah.
Well,
tell Jeff what I've said about that set and about your $400 bill, $100 bill.
Yeah, it was last year I ran across a $100 bill. That one spent a total of $450 on it. And that includes having it sent off to get graded. Right now, that $100 bill is valued at $1,500.
Yeah, or a little more.
Or a little more. Now, the value on it, for what?
Well, thank you, Gleason. Gleason just subbed you.
Yep, I see that. Thank you.
That's who I was on the phone with just now.
Okay. But anyways, I mean, that $100 bill, say in 10 years, it's going to be anywhere. It could be up to $3,000 value wise.
Yeah.
Like I say, I know you deal with the stock market and everything you invest in. I'm going with the coins and currency because I know those are going to go up also.
I've had on and off several coins. In fact, when we bought our house in California, we had a sizable amount of silver, raw silver, silver loaf bars, stuff like that. We sold all of that for the down payment on that house. And it's I don't regret that all because we made an absolute killing on the house because we bought the house in 2011 or 12 right as the market was just about to recover. And we made an absolute killing, but there's a lot of different funds. Like, so one of the things I invest in is firearms. I say when I make the joke about brass and stuff like that. So like I just bought a Marlin, early 70s Marlin lever action and 44 mag. and it's one of those things that you're not getting that quality anymore. Marlin's not making that. They're still making something like that, but it's not of the same quality. And there's a collector's issue there where it's going up in value and stuff like that. So everyone's got their own what they're happy with and what they know most of.
Right.
I like coins. They're cool and stuff. I love precious metals, but I like the investments that I can also use. So.
Right. Well, like for me, you like the Marlin. For me, I like the Winchesters.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right. Now, Winchester, I know that, I have several of the Model 94s. 3 of them I've been able to find are all pre-64 models.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the most I've spent on one is about $800, which, that's not, bad, but then, of course, that's been several years ago. Value on a Winchester Model 94, those have been going through the roof.
Mm-hmm.
Because ones that I was spending like $200-$300 for years ago are now $500, $600, $700.
Oh, easy if you can find them.
Right, and I'm still able to find them, but the price on them is still going up.
Yep.
Now the oldest Winchester I've got, it's not a Model 94. I got lucky to find a Model 1917 Army Winchester. The bolt action that was actually issued for World War One. Okay, that's in a 30-06.
Would you let Missy know that I'm on Mater's laptop? That's why Mater is answering her.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Because,
she probably heard you.
well, I mean, I don't know if she's got her headset in or not, but that's
Oh,
Missy-
she does.
Missy is his wife, and she crochets, and we talk back and forth on it.
But that I managed to get that Winchester for less than $200.
Oh my gosh.
Dang.
Damn.
So yeah, I mean, to me, I look at something like that as an investment because, like you said, of course, I'm on my channel and everything. I gotta say pew pews. I can't say the
Hunting equipment and personal protection. Hunting
Yeah.
equipment is the long guns. I started doing that on some of the channels with the girls, and they're like, "That sounds a lot better than pew pew because pew
Yeah.
pew sounds like you got a
Yeah.
smoke in the house." I'm like,
well, now one thing I've always heard is the cordless hole puncher.
Yep, we often use that term
Yeah.
and such.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, years ago, back in '83 or '84, I think it was, they had a big sale going on at Sportsman's something
Warehouse.
in Lafayette. It's just it's just in Lafayette. It's it's not a chain. But anyway, they had a sale, and the guy handed me the long one, the Winchester 94, and it was in a 30 cal, So I'm
30.
like, okay, I'll take it. And I got home, they did all the paperwork and stuff. I took it out of the box, and guess what? It wasn't what it was. It was a Marlin,
Oh,
but it looked just like the Winchester, with the
Yep.
straight stock instead of the pistol grip stock, like that. And they said, look, instead of you coming in and we having to do all that paperwork, which you're still going to have to do some paperwork
Yeah.
because it's not the right
Mhm.
one. And then he said, wait a minute. No, it was wrote down as a Marlin. So I'm like, okay. He said, I'll tell you what, we're going to just go ahead and send you a check for $75. I'm like, okay.
that was the difference in price on the
Yeah.
guns.
Yeah. That one was in the wrong place. It was mixed up with the other ones.
Yep.
So
now I do
okay,
remember. Right.
$75. Yeah.
Now, one thing I wish I'd done was at the Walmart here, before they stopped, they actually had 2 brand new Winchester 94 still in the store. and we're talking about selling for about $280 each. Yeah, I wish I had the money to have been able to get both of them. at
Honey,
that
if I'd known about that, I would have got him.
time. Yeah, but we're talking back in the 90s.
Yeah.
Well, shoot. I was still
Yeah.
in junior high and high school then.
Yeah, you wouldn't it's like so you at that time it's like nope, you wouldn't even thought about it.
Yeah. Jeff,
Also-
y'all had a good stream last night.
Oh, it was up and down.
Yeah, I was there.
But it was still fun.
I was there. I
It's
said
still
hello and all that. And then your wife said, well, I'm not in the frame. And all of a sudden, you turned her in the frame and her hand was somewhere. Okay. And
Yeah.
then she was like, oh, and moved that hand and put the other one on top. Anyway.
Yeah, I
yeah.
caught that also. It's like
Yeah.
Yeah.
now
Yeah,
I don't know. I think she read the first email I sent her because all of a sudden I kind of saw a smile on her face.
Hey, boo.
Mhm.
I
Didn't
mean,
have her headgear on.
Yeah.
yeah,
and I
mine.
remember it was
What-
when y'all were still at the house there in Vegas. I remember one time I made the comment and says, "Oh, I see Mrs. Bear is topless tonight." And Adele, she put her comment. She goes, "Whoops, hang on, I forgot something." I'll be right back.
What'd you say, Crystal?
I'm answering Missy on my phone under my account too. That way I can answer the chat as if the guys pop in something that made her too busy to.
Oh, you mean in the comments right here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Because my phone runs to give him a view.
Yeah, I got you. Okay.
And yeah, I mean, and by the way, Jeff, I was going to let you know that I appreciate you having a link on that video. I have gotten a whole bunch of views from last Thursday's stream.
Actually, give me just a second, and I will go in. Okay, you're up to 270 subscribers, and
Right.
Spooky is up to 910 views.
Yep.
Yesterday during your stream, Jeff, it was at 721 or 5.
Yeah.
Always happy to help in any way we can. You know, we were all small channels at one time struggling to get up there.
Oh,
But
I'm
I
still a
really do-
small Channel. I only got 1,700 subs. That's it.
Stinker.
But we need to figure out a way to do something where we can do some sort of a review when the Ghost Engine comes out. Do some sort of review on it, my channel, and then like leave it dangling and have them have to go over to your channel to get the rest of the story. So we're gonna
Yeah,
figure something out.
You're
do some sort
part
of
1,
collab
he's
there.
part 2.
Yeah.
We can
That'd be cool.
we can work out something like that. I mean, I've got your number, you've got mine. I mean, email and stuff like that. Yeah, we can keep in contact that way, and that way keep everybody else out of the loop, and let's just surprise them.
We'll figure something out. Well, anyway,
I got
that said,
some-
was there something you were going to say?
Well, I just want to tell everybody that I'm kind of excited right now. I've got one video hitting almost 20,000 views right now.
Whoa, that's
Hey,
awesome.
that works.
What
That
one
works.
was
It had 10,000 views Friday, and over the weekend it hit another 10,000.
Sweet.
Wow.
What one is it?
What's that?
What video, Scott?
It's about a battery in my buddy's car.
Ah,
Hmm,
Yeah.
okay.
It's-
A newer,
I can't
is it a
believe it.
newer video or an older video?
Yeah, it's a short. It's a short.
Oh,
Ah,
okay.
that's cool.
Yeah. Okay.
It's 3 weeks old.
Yeah. Okay.
okay, yeah.
Yeah. The
Fir-
only thing
first
bad
2
about them
weeks-
shorts is they don't count for watch time on your watch hours and no monetization. That's the only thing bad about shorts.
But the bad thing of it is that video has gained me 25 subscriptions though.
That works.
That's not bad.
Yep.
Well, I
Yep.
know the one
And
that Jeff
I'm
did.
happy. It's bringing views to my channel, and I'm getting more
Yeah.
views on other stuff too. So
Right.
20,000
right.
views, I am tickled to death.
That's a fact.
That's just like that's
Yeah.
just like the one from last Monday. Because when Jeff came out with his video about the spring sale for Harbor Freight, and he was showing the picture of that, the Predator 212, he mentioned me and everything in there, and he actually has a link for the live stream. And like I said, because of that has gotten 910 views on it. And Jeff, hey, I appreciate that very much.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, anytime. Anyway, I have to say that I have to take off because I'm cooking dinner and I forgot about that. So I ran a little bit long here. So I'm sorry, but I got to run.
Okay.
But hopefully we'll catch you again and you and I will talk. All right.
Nice to meet you, Jeff.
He's going to send Jessie an email address so she and I can get together on the colors she wants for the headbands.
All right, then. Okay, I'll let her know. You all take care, all right?
All right, Jeff.
Bye. Hi,
Hi, Dan.
Eleanor.
Please talk. Hey,
Hey,
Ken.
Eleanor.
How you doing, Eleanor?
Yep.
I hope
What?
I didn't overtalk you. Anyway, hello, Eleanor. I think I talked over Mater on him saying hello to you.
Yeah, I said hello, Eleanor.
Okay.
Yep. I know there's probably some I might have missed because talking, with Jeff and everything, trying to. Keep up
Okay. I was on the phone with Gleason earlier. Okay.
Right. Yep.
He's got a Harbor Freight story to tell, but it's a good Harbor Freight story, if you know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Do you mind if I
Hang on. I'll
send
hang
him an email?
Hang on. I'll get that taken care of here in just a minute.
Okay.
Finally, all this other is wanting to work. I don't know why.
Hey, Raisin, what's up, buddy? You leaving, Mike? All right. Blue tie, Nick.
Yep. Man, something else I was trying to say is, for raging. Hello. All right, I got the link put up out there.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you were doing links in the comments anymore. I was just
Yeah,
going to send him an email.
I stopped it for a while because of what was going on.
Yeah, with the
And
trolls and basement. Yeah.
right, getting the trolls and stuff like that. And with some of the stuff that was going on, I'm hoping that that's all behind. Answer the phone.
Yep.
Yeah. Sorry, guys.
I've got to
But
stop
like
the
I said, I'm
camera.
hoping that all that is behind me and we can keep going forward. Because, to me, I look at it,
Scout.
it's kind of like what was said in The Lion King. Hakuna Matata. What does it matter? It's in the past.
Yep.
But yeah, and of course I don't know if y'all noticed, but tonight, yeah, I got the StreamYard duck up there. That's only because Saturday, that's why I did that live stream. That was the last day for my paid subscription for StreamYard. I've been, I paid for a full year. It's like, yeah, I was using it. But for me, I really wasn't going over 20 hours a month. And I wasn't really getting all the benefits out of it. So I decided to just go back to the free 20 hours a month.
Yeah, well, you paid for the extra hours because we were doing 3, 4, and 5 hours extra after live streams.
Right. And like that one night when I let the live stream go because we thought Briggs was sleeping, that wound up being a 9-hour stream.
Yeah. Which, yeah, Briggs wants to come up, so that's on you.
Well, like I said, I got the link out there. It's pinned. So if he wants to. Now, the only thing is I've only got 2 more spots available because going from the paid, I could have up to 10 people. Going back to the free one, I've only got up to 6.
Yep.
So right now I've got room for 2 more people, and that's it.
Yep.
And yep, Renegade for hitting 550.
Oh,
I'm still
sweet.
getting there.
I didn't know.
Yeah, 550 subs. That's good.
Congrats, Renegade. I didn't know, or I would have said something earlier.
I know I saw
Good
that, and I didn't get a chance to say anything. But
Yeah, but
I'm
you-
almost to 200.
I'm at
Sweet.
what? I'm at 271, I think.
Nope. 270 right now. Give me 1 second.
It's showing 271.
Okay,
I
then
had
that was
I had
Gleason.
73 subscribers 3 months ago, and I'm up to 180 now.
That's good.
Oh,
Ever since I've been doing shorts, I tell you what, ever since I've been doing
Mhm.
shorts, every one of my shorts, the early ones, have hit over 1,000 views, about every single one of them. And then that one has hit over 20,000 views, and I can't believe it. I'm just like, wow,
Yep.
I can't believe it.
well, I mean, it's because they're tool or small or engine related. So when someone's going through that, looking up that, oh, here's 10 seconds, 30 seconds. There you go. You get the view and everything
Yep.
without them thinking about it. And you can also go to YouTube and start watching shorts and scrolling through them. And
Yep.
it will stay with that content. And the more they do it, the more they scroll through, the more it will bring yours up.
I've also found out how to do them little tag things too. So I'm getting more
hashtag?
views on them tags.
Yep.
Yeah, hashtag.
Yep, you put that in your description of them.
Okay, sweetheart. Can you guess what I put on the pork chops?
I don't know. My first bite. Okay.
I know.
You put seasoning on it.
Put seasoning on it.
What kind?
Lots of love.
Well, besides that, that's a nightly thing.
You put something sweet on there for sure. What did you do? Stick your finger on it?
Nope. No, it would be a lot sweeter.
Right now I can't tell you. It's good. I like it.
Garlic and
Got
onion
sweet.
powder, lemon pepper seasoning. Hey, Breezy.
Hey, Breezy.
And what do I put on my hot dogs instead of ketchup?
Mustard.
What kind?
Honey mustard.
Honey Dijon.
Nope, just regular honey mustard. Yep.
All right.
Put that on there and flipped it over to cook it. Waited about 2 minutes and there you go.
All right. It's good.
Sounds good.
I just put the pork chops in the pan, put the lemon pepper, garlic, onion, and a little bit of regular pepper on it. And I do mean just because he's got the grinders, just one grinder per pork chop. And he's got a big one out there.
Yep.
And then cooked it, flipped it, cooked it, and put butter on top before I put the seasonings on so it cooked all the way through. Flipped it over the last time, put the honey Dijon on it, or honey mustard, and flipped it and cooked it for just a couple of minutes. By that time, the veggies were blanched and ready to go.
Yep.
And
Good.
the reason I'm hiding is the way I was sitting, my hip is starting to hurt. So
No problem.
I'll show you what my table looks like right now. I cleaned out my my toolbox, and I've got everything in the house here that I did videos on. Tools there. I got my tool stack there.
mhm.
I did 8 videos on the tools that I took out of my tool cart.
Wow.
Uh-oh, there's your
And I
favorite.
posted the first one last night.
Okay.
All right. All right, with Briggs up, that leaves only spot for one other person if they decide to come in the basement.
I'm
Then we're going
back.
to be full.
As long as back talking Betty doesn't go off.
I'm back. Hey, Breezy. Renegade.
Oh,
What's up, Briggs?
I just got doing an online test because someone decided to roll their truck,
I'm
not from
freezing
our
up.
company. So I had to do an online test because a company rolled their test truck down in PA today.
Damn.
It wasn't snowing that bad. We only got 6 inches of snow down Pennsylvania, but people were sliding around with 6 inches of snow.
People that do not know how to drive on snowpack ice.
Yep.
That's all there is to it.
It wasn't ice. It was snow. That's it. Just snow. Fluffy stuff.
Yeah.
And but it was 80 degrees one day, 70, 60, 50, and then it dropped and gets to 6 inches of snow. It was like it was because it was snow squalls. It was like driving through air.
Yeah, well, they don't know how to drive on it, so. That's
No,
not
they know how
fun.
to drive on it. It's not the truck. It wasn't the trucks that caused the accidents. It's called four-wheelers that like to cut off trucks.
ATVs? Uh-oh.
Four-wheelers. Cars.
Cars.
My Harbor Freight Wi-Fi is acting up. I don't have
Go get
Wi-Fi.
Verizon.
Well,
You
actually,
sure
I'm on Verizon.
Well, always I say Verizon because that's what,
Jeff is working with.
yeah.
No,
Yeah.
that's what truckers
Well,
call cars, four-wheelers.
Okay, well, I'm sorry. If I get in front of a semi, I've got half the semi length between me and him, if not more.
I'm
And
I'm actually on that cheap Walmart system. I'm on the straight talk, so I got the Walmart. I got the Walmart special.
I think Walmart. That's actually made by that what you got is made by Verizon.
Well, yeah, I know, but it's the Walmart special.
No, it ain't. It's actually 100% Verizon. They just put their name on it.
Yep.
Oh,
They
yeah,
tell
I
you
know.
that.
It's a Cajun. No, damn bugs. I don't need no damn Volkswagen in here. So, did you hear what Jeff and I were talking about on that new Predator engine?
Yeah, I caught part of it. Like I said, I had company, and
Right.
then I was on the phone while I had company. Then I just had this phone call, which is a sad story.
Uh-oh.
I might go live tonight.
Uh-oh.
A good friend of mine in the corn community tried to kill himself.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh.
Yeah, he hung himself,
Ooh.
and his little brother showed up at his house just out of the blue, and he was like that with his feet, and he, 30 seconds later he wouldn't be in the hospital right now.
Hmm. I'm sorry, hon. I'm gonna pray that he gets the help he needs.
Yeah, I might go live tonight
Is
after
there anybody we know?
Nader's off. No. Oh yeah, I think you do, but I'll wait for that later.
All
I
right.
wouldn't go. I wouldn't do that. Where is that? There.
Hey, 710.
Hey, 710.
There we go.
Oh, shoot. I got to feed the cat.
Oh, that felt good.
I'll talk to you guys later. I forgot to do something.
All right,
I'll
stay
talk to you
safe.
guys later.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Scott. Oh, okay. Man,
Thanks for having me on.
almost had you mixed up with Briggs because you got a picture up and he don't. Okay.
He stepped out. Briggs stepped out of frame.
Yep. We're doing good, 710.
Oh,
I had Jeff from Dinner Tools up here, and we were talking about the new Predator Ghost engine. And we're also talking about that new end locker they got out. As far as
Oh
what
my.
they might be having for it.
I'm going to mute a second. Be right back.
Right.
Here's a phone holder you would like, Maynard, for your probably for your truck. This thing's cool. This is the best phone holder I've ever seen. You got a cup. You put it in your cup. You still got a cup holder, and your cell phone goes up there.
Well, my truck and everything, I actually do have a spot where I can put a cell phone with no problem. It's already built into the truck.
I like this. Plus it's a power plug.
Yeah.
It's got
Yep.
USB, 2 USB on it. Cigarette plug.
Yeah. No, my phone buzzed, so I had to go check something.
Ah. Yeah, so I'm saying it's that new Ghost engine that they got from Harbor Freight. They've been, they released it or leaked it. Well, I think probably about a month or so ago, and I was asked Jeff about it, and he goes, "Yeah, well, Harbor Freight, they've been working on that for about 3 years," and he couldn't ever say anything about it. They're finally getting ready. They've got, I guess, the bugs and everything worked out, and they're going to be releasing it. And from what he's heard, May 1st.
May 1st.
Yeah. But now I did hear last night another stream that someone was saying about the middle of April. But Jeff is getting that information directly from Harbor Freight themselves.
Right. I heard him say that the other night in your live stream.
Yep.
Yeah, when I can't believe people are haven't bought more of them things. I'm not a fan of them because I don't know. I just think they're cheap and Predator. I just think they're a cheap engine.
Well,
the Ghost engine is something brand new that's not even out yet.
Yeah.
Right.
I know that, but it's still a cheap engine. I'll stick with the old flatheads until I can't find them anymore.
Well, the thing about it is the Predator engine is nothing more than the Honda. What's it? The Honda GX 190 clone.
160 to 200, yeah.
Right. But it's nothing more than a Honda clone engine. I mean, well, like on this Briggs & Stratton engine I've got here. Okay, the one that I pulled off of that wood chipper. That's nothing more than to me, that looks like nothing more than a Honda clone engine.
Mhm.
But Briggs & Stratton.
Mm-hmm.
Because the angle of the way I took it all apart, it's just like this Predator 224.
Oh, I know what you're saying. I just, I don't know. I just like the old flatheads. Always have.
Well, if that's the kind that you prefer, go for it.
I don't know. I bet I actually have had 2 Predator engines that someone gave me, and neither one of them held up worth 2 cents. It's like I have an old Mary tiller, and everyone said, "Oh, put Predator on it." Well, I bought one, and it put on. Everyone they said, "Oh, it's because I used the wrong size." There's some things you can overpower. And they don't understand that. Like they still make the Mary tiller. I'm sure if Cajun knows, Cajun's seen a Mary tiller. I'm sure.
Not by Mary, by Murray. Yeah.
No, not Murray. Mary tiller. Merry.
Nope,
You're kidding
nope.
me. Mary
Never
tiller's
heard
the
of
oldest. Is the most heavy duty tiller there is next to a Troy belt. You can look it up.
Oh, I'm not doubting your
MERRY.
word. I just
A
never
mini
heard
Mary
of 'em.
tiller is 18. Oh man, they're beasts. They're chain driven with 2 sprockets. Very simple tiller. It's what they use in rental places. And they've made them since Christ the 50s. They've been out for years. You can still buy the Mary Tiller Mini. It's still over $2,000 for that tiller.
Mm.
But I have a Mary Tiller, and someone kept saying you got to put a big 212 on it. It originally came with a 3 horsepower Briggs flathead. If you double the horsepower, you're just going to spin that chain and sprocket right out. It's not designed for having double the horsepower. It'd be like taking a Dodge Omni and sticking a V8 with an adapter plate on the original transmission. You're just going to make Swiss cheese, or actually tuna fish would be a better scenario out of that transmission. You know, got to have a transmission to go.
Throttle.
What's that?
So that's why you don't give it as much throttle.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. I don't think that'd work too well.
Mm.
Well, I mean, if you're worried about that, just go and get you one of those, what was it, 79cc engine?
I did. I put one of those on it. It didn't last a week. Blew a rock. Took it apart. Plastic cam in the damn thing.
Well,
forget
if
it.
it didn't last, if you paid for it and it broke and everything, you shouldn't have taken it apart. You should have just drained all the oil and gas out of it, taken it back to them, and either got you another one or.
Oh no, I did. I did get another one. I tried 2 of them. They didn't care. I took it apart. I just wanted to see what happened on the inside. I didn't even break the gasket. And cam just chewed up. So I went and got another one. Did the same thing. Went back after a second time. Said, just give me my money back. I'll put an engine on it, not a pile of you know what.
Okay, Gleason says Mary started in 1947.
All right.
They've been out for decades.
I've never heard of them.
Yeah, me neither.
It must be a high end.
It's high end and high up north, because
No,
I've
it ain't
never
high
heard
up
of
north.
it.
They were made all they're all over the country. Just because you never heard of them don't mean nothing. But
Okay,
I thought
we're not saying anything about it, Briggs. We know, and somebody else in here in the chat is saying it's from the 1940s.
Started in 1947.
Yeah.
So,
They
but
said
it's just
McKissick bought them out in '91.
what's that?
It said McKissick. I'm hoping I'm saying it right. Said bought them out in '91.
okay, that's why, because they got bought out, and I bet you anything they were manufactured under different names.
Yeah.
Nope, they still call them Mary Tiller. They've been called
Well, there's-
Mary Tiller since day one.
I'm sure there's still Marys, but I'm sure that the engines and stuff are also remanufactured.
No,
Yeah,
they
but
actually now they actually put on bigger gearboxes, and now they actually do put on bigger engines. But they actually got the big Mary Tiller. They actually have they actually started making a rear tying commercial tiller that will actually put the Troy-Bilt to shame. If you type in Mary Tiller and look up all the different lineups, they got the Mary Tiller Mini and the Suburban Tiller. Mary Tiller, but they're simple. They're real. I have 2 of them. I have the Suburban and I have the Mini. The Mini Tiller, Mary Tiller as it was called, was not designed to have extra horse. And when you run a rototiller, there's just no other way of running one. It's just full throttle, as they say, balls to the wall. That's the only way to run a rototiller. You can't run with a half throttle with a rototiller, and it's just the way they're designed.
Hey, Cajun, I've got the link pinned at the top. All he's got to do is click on that.
Oh, I didn't know.
Thomas.
Yeah.
I was just giving him a reminder.
Yeah.
I don't know if he knew about it or not.
Yeah. Well, like I said, it's pinned at the top. So.
He's got a good Harbor Freight story.
Yep. Well, Gleason, there's a link if you want to join in. I mean, right now I got about 25 more minutes before I'm shutting this down. Because, like I said, for me, I'm not paying for StreamYard right now. So, like I said, I'm limited to 20 hours a month now. That's fine. I'll go back to. I started on that, and I'm back at it after over a year.
Yeah. Unless you start going live like 10 times a month, like or a week, it ain't worth it.
Now, like I said, for me, now beforehand, yeah, I was, over a year ago, yeah, I was, when I was doing the 20 hours, when I first started doing the StreamYard, yeah, I mean, I was about 2.5 weeks into it, and I was already at 16 hours.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that's different. There's only one person I know, and Gage knows who I've talked about too. We like to pick up. We call him the YouTube hooker, Ken Small Engine. He goes live. He'll go live to sneeze. he just likes YouTube. Ever since he bought his subscription, he's been using the hell out of it, and that's fine. He don't care.
Yeah.
Ken's a good guy.
He was live earlier. He was live earlier.
Yep.
Oh, it don't surprise me.
But that's the thing, for me, yeah, I was going over, I was almost at 20 hours after about 2.5 weeks. And it's like, hold it, at the time, that's when Crystal and I was starting dating and everything. And I mentioned to her, and I told her, I said, well, I've got the extra money right now to pay for, to get this other. So, yeah, I wound up paying for it, but then several months later, hey, I'm not going as live. I'm not running, 3-4 hours a night. I wasn't going live on Saturday nights after Brandon. It's the fact is I started where I'm not going live, as much. Mainly because of work right now, because I have to be at work so much earlier in the mornings.
Yeah, and you're
So
limiting your streams to 2 hours Monday and Wednesday. So
Right.
that's 4, and then 4, 16 hours a month. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we're not going. This is the last one for the week anyway, unless
Yeah.
because he's got plans on Wednesday.
Right. Wednesday night, I'm not going to be going live because I've got something coming up.
And
So
Thursday, I'm not going to be here.
Right. So I may wind up going live Thursday. I don't know, or I may do it Friday. I really don't know right now because I can't tell you. Those days ain't got here yet.
Yep.
Right.
I mean, I can plan on doing something, but like
Don't
they
hold
say,
your breath.
plans change.
Well, I caught that deal for $10 a month, and
Yeah, I tried finding that. Right.
if I take it down, I'll lose it.
Right. See, now that's one thing I tried finding it, but I never did find it.
It's every now and then, they come up with it. Every now and then.
Now, I mean, I know that right now they were, in order to keep me at the same package,
Mhm.
it was going to be like $96 for a year. Okay. That's not bad. But like I said, I'm not going over 20 hours a month. I don't,
Right.
I very rarely would have more than 6 people up on panel. So I was just, looking at everything. It's like, there's no use of spending the money for something
Right.
I'm not going to get the benefits out of.
Right. The weights and balances wasn't coinciding.
Right.
You know what's going to happen, Maynard? I guarantee you're going to get an email in about a month, and they're going to offer you like $80 if you pay in advance for 1 year or something. Because I know people have done the same thing. They stopped, canceled it. A month or two later, they gave you a deal of a lifetime, $80 for the year, and then that's what they'll do. And they've done it. You might get an email from StreamYard saying, okay, here's the deal. You pay it for a year in advance, we'll say like $80, $90. Then it'd be worth it. Because
Maybe. But the
Maybe.
thing about it, like I said, I'm not. All right, we got someone else coming in. Incoming!
Tulisa.
Money, money, money!
Hello, not my sweetheart.
I'm not my sweetheart.
The guy that I'm not that happy with right now.
Lorna.
What's up, money?
No, not much. Just sitting here eating my fried chicken.
But with the $10 deal, it is cheaper if you pay it by the year. But if you elect to pay it by the month, it's $10 a month.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. $10. No fees, taxes, all that crap like AT&T or whatever, phone companies. $10. That's it.
Right. Well, see that one that they were offering, it was $96, which comes out cheaper for a year. Now I could have taken that one. I still would have had up to. I would have had unlimited on the hours. I could have had up to 10 people up in panel. Still kept some of the same things. The only thing is, I would have, like right now, I've got the duck up there. That's the only thing I would have having.
Hey, Princess Jamie.
Hey,
I can
Jamie.
do with my $10. I could do 10 people. I can change my logo up on top, which I've done. I've got old Popcorn Sutter on there, the old moonshiner.
Yep.
I'll never run another batch of liquor again. Well, he did and got busted. So this would be the last run of liquor I ever make.
Yeah.
So Popcorn Sutter, everybody knows him from the moonshine shows.
Okay,
Just so you know, Mater, real quick,
Yeah.
got a tracking number. Your box of 11 items will be at my doorstep. It says Friday, but it's only coming from California, so I assume it'll be Thursday.
Okay. That deal that StreamYard was offering, that comes out to $8 a month.
Yeah, if you pay it by the year in advance.
Yeah.
Yeah, $8 a month. Yeah.
So it's coming out to $8 a month.
I just pay mine because I didn't elect the yearly thing. I just did by the month because I don't have an extra $100,
Right.
to
And
throw.
that was the thing right now. I'm trying to cut back as much as I can on unnecessary expenses.
Right.
Because right now I've got some bills that are very small that in the next, I know I've got one that the next 4 months is going to be, I got one credit card that's going to be paid off. I've got a couple others that are real small. Couple months, they're going to be paid off. The fact is I'm trying to get these done because I've got so much around the house that I want to get done that I got to have the money for that.
Oh yeah.
Plus, now I'll put it like this. I know I haven't put it out there yet, but towards the end of July, Crystal and I are going to be going on vacation. Yep, we're going to Tennessee, and we're going on the bike.
Okay.
Yep.
And we're working on a babysitter so that we don't have to worry about his mom.
Right.
You also need to work on one from your end, because mine is not definite.
Right. I know. I'll be working on one from my end.
Where are you going in Tennessee?
We're going over to Deals Gap.
Dell's Gap.
Yep, Deals Gap. We're going. This is the yearly ride that the ministry does, and we're going out to ride the Dragon's Tail.
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about. Now.
It's Tail of Dragons is what
right.
it is. It's 11 miles in length, but 318 curves.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, 318. It's 318 curves, Jamie.
I've heard about it. You mentioned it, and I looked it up, and by that now I'm like, wow.
Yeah, I love the aerial photos of it. It just looks so good.
Correct. That's what
I've shown. Right, I've shown Crystal some videos of it and everything. Now here in Texas, I would love to be able to take her out and go ride the Three Twisted Sisters.
I thought
why
y'all did that already.
this one I haven't.
Oh,
Nope.
okay.
It's not. I've only done it twice, and the last time was about 2 years ago. Actually, less than that, probably about a year and a half. Yeah, I know. I
Oh.
do know. Yeah, a lot of riders do go down
Oh,
the Dragon.
I remember something happened and y'all couldn't make it to the sisters in Texas. Something happened where y'all couldn't make it, I think.
They were gonna go. Yeah, because I couldn't find someone to be able to come and watch my mom. That's the thing.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Because y'all were planning on doing it, but y'all couldn't make it for some reason.
Well,
Okay.
Mayor, I would mother sit, but I'm a little too far.
Well, no, you're not.
You can't mama sit because you can't cat sit.
Well,
Yeah.
I can mama sit. Miss Money can cat sit. It works.
No, because the cats are in the house.
Yeah.
It still works out. Yeah. Hell, I can go into a cat house. I just got to be very careful where I sit and what I touch.
Oh.
Now we know about the cat houses out there by you.
Mhm.
No, that's in Nevada. That's in Nevada, not where I'm at.
Well, it's close. Nevada's not that far away
And
from.
sir, those are not cat houses. Those are called bunny ranches. Let's just get this correct.
Well, there were no cat houses.
Sir, they were always known as bunny ranches. Or
Well,
they
there
were
is
called
one-
other things that we will not use on your channel.
Yeah, I
Something
know.
like that.
It is not past a certain time yet.
Right.
All right. So you're saying what, Thursday or Friday? That box will be in.
It's in Anaheim Distribution Center right now. Honestly, I'll know more in the morning, but I could see it being here Wednesday, but Thursday, yeah. But they just have it as projected of being delivered at my door Friday.
Yeah.
Right.
I had one package came in. The tracking number said Friday. It got here Tuesday. You know,
Yeah, I mean,
3 days before the Friday or 4 days, whatever.
I mean, honestly, Anaheim from me is only 300 miles, so it wouldn't surprise me if it shows up tomorrow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
correct.
That's true. But Renegade, yeah, I was gonna say is yeah, a lot of riders do go down. It's not just on motorcycles, but there's a lot of idiots in the sport cars. They go out there thinking that they can take the curves and everything at 50, 60 miles an hour, and they wreck out.
Now, when he says go down, is he talking about ride down or is he talking about falling over down?
We're talking about crashing.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I
thought
took it both
was-
ways, and you guys
I-
can understand why.
I thought it was
Ride
going
down.
over there for the ride. Not,
That's what I thought. You know. That's why-
Yeah,
No.
not going down on the bike, like lay the bike down.
Yeah, they lay the bike. Yeah, a lot of the guys that will do it, they're going to be the ones that are being on your sport bikes. Okay.
Mm.
And yeah, they'll go down. They're trying to take them curves, like I said, 50, 60 miles an hour. And next thing you know is the bike's going out from underneath them. They're going this way and the bike's going that way. Gleason,
Gleason,
no, I never have done that. Oklahoma City was
Off.
the
off.
farthest I've ever rode
Off.
the trike out of state. The wide glide, you know, I rode, you know, down to the sisters and everything, rode on that. Excuse me.
Mm.
But damn. But no, Oklahoma, that was, you know, up. That's the only state I've actually ridden the bike to, other than Texas. Because here in Texas, you can go 6-7 hours and you're still in the state.
Right.
Yeah.
Gleason, just so you know, I did get your package that you sent out, the mixed coins and the gold backs today. Oh, I did get those in today, sir. Thank you.
But I do know that what we're looking at on this ride is going through Arkansas into Tennessee and riding it all the way across. We're going to stop. Got to discuss it with them, but we're looking at probably stopping in Nashville because we're leaving on a Monday, and yes, we're going in a group. There's probably going to be about a dozen or so of us out riding. So, anyways, yeah, we're going to probably stop because it's, I think, 13 and a half hours, almost 14 hours from where we're at all the way over.
You
And
guys
of
gonna
course,
stop near Kentucky Lake?
I don't know. We haven't discussed that yet. We are going to be discussing as far as our stops, as far as where they're going to be at, because we're looking probably around every 150 miles of stopping.
Well, if you go to Kentucky Lake, there's an area my parents and they lived in Tennessee that was near Henry, Tennessee, Springfield, Tennessee. Great area.
But well, Renegade, hey, that'd be nice. I mean, I don't know how far from Tail of the Dragon you are. I mean, we've got a house and everything that we're going to be renting. It's what was it? It's a 5-bedroom, 3-bath house.
Oh,
And
that sounds
we will
cool.
we're going to be, I think, leaving on, if I'm not mistaken, it's going to be leaving on the 18th. Yeah, that's quite a ways. We're going to be right around 900 miles just from where we're at out there.
Wow. That ain't as bad as I thought it would be.
Yeah, like I said, we're looking at it's almost 900 miles one way. That's why we're going to be, like I said, we're going to be leaving about 8, 9 o'clock that Monday morning. And then every couple of hours, trying to, if we can do 50 to 160 miles, we're going to be stopping, getting off the bike, probably for about 30 minutes or so, stretching, gas, stuff like that. Then we're going to be getting back up on the bike and heading back out. And like I said, we're figuring probably around Nashville of getting a hotel room, or maybe just on the other side of Nashville, something like that.
Yeah, don't go into Nashville. It costs you triple it. I could send you a name of a town that we stayed at when we used to go down there. My parents, it's would save you a ton.
Right. But that's what we're looking at. We're looking at, find somewhere close to that area, and because we can't check into the house till 4 o'clock Tuesday. So we're going to be looking for, we're going to be kicking it around. We've got a couple of months, about 3 months. We're going to be kicking all this around, discussing it as a group, and we're going to be, working it all out.
Oh yeah, you'll be picking out all kinds of bugs before it's over.
Jamie's saying stay in Dixon, Tennessee.
Yep, that sounds about right.
Well, let me see where that's at. I'm gonna look up on maps and everything.
Okay, I just filled up my Impala from stone empty. I mean, the car was actually saying low fuel, getting ready to shut down type of low. Okay? A 2015 Impala, what do you think it just cost to fill?
I don't think I want to know.
No, I just a guess. It's a 15-gallon tank.
15-gallon tank?
Yep. I put in
$80.
Yeah, you're a little high, but I filled it from stone empty. And I put in 14 gallons 698. So you might as well say it was empty. You know, it's a 15-gallon tank. It was almost less than a half a gallon in it.
Wow.
61.72.
I was figuring about $60.
That's crazy.
How's it? Yeah, it is crazy. That makes your butt hurt.
That makes me love this stuff more.
What's that?
This is a 5-gram gold bar.
Ooh. All right, I'm looking on here. Say from my house to Dixon, it's almost 10 hours. 640 miles. So that might be worth it. That might be because it's just this side of Nashville.
Well, you know, and like I said, Henry, Maynard, that Henry, Tennessee I was talking about, that's a spot though motels are cheap at.
Now, what about Murfreesboro?
That ain't bad either.
Because I didn't realize that's not far. That's just a little bit out of the way south of Nashville. I mean, we take that little loop, whatever, going south, and that'll put us right around to it. And we head right back on up to I-40, and that'll put us right over to, let's say there's Knoxville. Let's see, Bulls Gap. So
Hey,
they're
Briggs.
put us out there somewhere.
Briggs, how come you didn't put $10 worth of gas in you, Impala, and get it cheaper somewhere else?
419 is the cheapest we got around here.
Okay. Well, you could have got it for cheaper if you got it from your stash.
Yep.
I'm holding my stash until I really need it.
So money,
That's-
that gold piece, how much is that?
Melt on this right now as we speak. Let me see where melt is on this. Hang on.
You said
I know what the price is over, but I want to see how much the premium is on the damn thing.
Yeah, because
So it's
that gold piece right there,
So
That
at
does-
melt, this is a $310 at melt.
Wow.
And these sell for about $375. So there's about a $65 premium. And break that down. That's about 10 per. Yeah, there's about a $10 to $15 premium per gram. So honestly, that's a little under. I should be selling this for more like 400 instead of 375. But I will. I put 375 on it, so I will. But it melts for $310. But when you talk fractional gold, the premiums just skyrocket.
yeah.
And here, I'll try to.
Hang on.
Me.
Focus.
Focus, you stinking.
Move it
son.
more to your left. Your other left. There you go. Now it's from Perth.
Yeah, and it's 4.9's fine. So yeah.
Wow.
I don't know what side I like better, that one or this side. That's just pretty too, and it's serial numbered. These all come with their own serial number. If it would focus, there you go.
There it goes.
710. You can't even pay your $39 layaway off, let alone a gold layaway, buddy.
You're bad.
Just saying. But no, that came in the mail today too. I bought this on the midweek flea market last. Was it? No. When did I buy this? It wasn't on midweek flea market. It was. Not this past weekend that just passed, but the weekend before. I bought it on trade day. That's where I bought it. Boom, 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 boom. I got another display. I got another.
Realize that.
I got another display case. Chef Shade Tree, let me tell you something about my house. I have a Pittsburgh Steelers on while I'm drinking a Minnesota Vikings beverage while we sit here and watch. The Dolphins, the Broncos, and the Steelers, the Vikings, and my wife's other team is the Ravens. So yeah, we're all just a bunch of. But I am a Vikings fan. My girlfriend or the wife is a Steelers fan. The kids are
Night,
Vikings
Thomas.
fan.
Appreciate you being here.
Night, Thomas.
Yeah. Night, Thomas.
How rich is the Bank of Mater?
Bank of Mater is bankrupt.
So
It closed
Mater,
its doors.
I do have something coming in. Okay, it is on the cheap side, but not my sweetheart would love you. They're
I
only
already
five.
do.
Okay, well they're only $5 a piece.
Hang on a minute.
And
386 here. Yeah, Missy put gas in the Jeep Cadet. 380.
and what they are is they are copper.
What did you do?
He keeps muting me. Anyway, they're $5 a piece because they're dragon on one and they're dragon eyes on the other side. And I've got 16 of them coming in. But they're only $5 a piece because they're copper. It would go well with your dragon coins.
Hey, don't tell him that. He'd buy them all.
No, she would buy them all and make him pay for them.
13 and it went down.
Yeah. Missy said gas was $4.17 a week and a half ago. Now it's down to $3.86 now.
You know, ours is still $4.25. It hasn't moved since I got back.
Money.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. Didn't you get that off of Red, right?
I got that off Big Red Bullion.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ours,
buddy.
ours won't go down. Our governor just doubled our gas tax.
Woo!
Well, so 710, if you're looking for $200 gold, this is right here. This is 2.65 grams of Alaskan gold nugget. They were tested. They're 22 to 23 carats. And I'm selling that for 200, but not the other one. No, I have a show coming up. That's why I got a bunch of different stuff. I got something to show you, Mater, that you might. I know you're not into currency, but you might even find this fascinating. So
I'm into currency.
Okay, well, we're not talking a graded $100 bill. So this here is from 1863. It's a $4 bill from the Bank of Augusta.
Mm.
But here's the kicker. They printed it.
Oh, whoa.
Oops.
How much would that be if you got
Okay.
it grading?
Right now, I'm sending this. I'm not sending this off. This here is, I'm selling it for $100. I'm thinking about grading it, but the only reason I'm thinking about not grading it is because if you see how they cut, you see how like someone took a pair of scissors and that's how they did them back then. You see how you got a high piece here, you got a low piece there.
Yeah, you got
Well, they hit you on the unperfect cuts. So there's no folds in this. There's no nothing whatsoever. I mean, I could see this coming back in like an AU somewhere, 55, 58. I don't see it being an MS unless it was a real low, like a 60s or something. But we are debating whether to send this off because with the misprint and everything, I've seen these bounce anywhere between 300 to 900, depending on the grade. So I'm like, okay, I'm selling it for 100. I'll let the person that buys it decide if they want to or not. But yeah, over here, yeah, how they just completely printed the screw up on that one. Like,
yeah,
seriously?
I'll be honest. That would be worth $200 to buy it and have you grade it and send it back. Yeah, you're going to take a hit on the cut,
But there's
but-
no folds in it. That's the
but
one thing
everything-
going. There's no
everything else on it is going to make up for that cut.
right. There's no folds. There's no bends. The corners are crisp. It's just where they cut it. You know,
It's not straight across.
it's not completely. You can tell back then they did it by scissors, not machine. You know,
Yeah,
so you
Right.
they
can tell.
didn't have a trimmer.
The
Right.
borders. on
Yeah.
that, right. Yeah.
Yeah, and just how they did that, I'm like, Miss Money found this on Facebook, and I'm like, woman, if you don't buy that now, I'm gonna do something.
Yeah.
You're buying that.
Uh, Shade Tree, my thought on about the Browns, I'm going, good luck.
Yeah, that. But I figured you might be interested in that one, or this here on and grading company. I want to show you two more grading
Hey, look at them.
companies.
Look at the
Great.
legs.
Grading companies are known for doing this. Oh, so first of all, this one here, this is from 1810.
Mm.
$2.
$2 from 1810, and it came back at 64. So back then it comes back that high of a grade. But what I'm saying, you see how off cut these are?
Mhm.
Yep.
So I'm thinking maybe a low MS on the other one. This is what I started looking at these like, okay, if they're not hitting these bills too hard with the cuts, maybe it might, you know, is it worth it?
It depends on who gets a hold of it.
Right. You know, and you know, another dealer might buy it and say, hey, that's worth me sending off and you know, whatever.
Night,
Now,
Gleason.
Night,
grading
Gleason.
companies are known for doing this. Okay, and what this is a military payment certificate, Series
Mhm.
661. If you look it up, these are military payment certificates from the Vietnam era. Okay, and it came back at Choice 64 because at that point they are machine cut. But what they did, this is a 25-cent. You can perfectly see right here on the bill. But if you
Yep.
read the label, it's 5 cents. And the serial numbers are completely wrong. Oops, somebody don't know how to do their job.
Uh-oh.
See, that's where you call them up and say, I'm sending this in and y'all guys are fixing it because A plus B don't match.
No, this is where you call them and say thank you, because this just doubled the value.
Oh, okay.
Because what? Because they put the wrong.
Yeah, same thing with NGC, PCGS. That you know, you get a say you get a PCGS coin, and we know this is a 2005 Marine, but up here it could say a 2004 Army or something. Oops.
And
People actually, there is a collector market where people just buy air labels.
yeah.
It
So
is a
if that was $100 coin because it was mislabeled, it's worth $200 to $300.
yeah, depending on what the grade was too, because they do look at the grades.
I'm just giving a
yeah,
goofball
yeah.
on that.
So this here, I'm just letting you guys know. I bought this for mainly the gun show and everything coming up, but along with this one, because a lot of people bring Civil War relics, and it's cool to have stuff pre-Civil War and post-Civil War.
Mhm.
But with the mislabel and everything, we're selling it for 65. I've looked it up. They run anywhere from 75 to 100 on the payment certificates with the oops label. If it wasn't an oops label, then it's about a $45, $50 note in that grade. Yeah, so I figured you just might get a kick out of those.
Well, because someone at PCGS made a mistake, it made the value on it go up.
Well, I'll show you the other two since you got me presented, and then I'll show you one that Miss Money just put up. Okay, so this one is definitely, I'm thinking about grading, first of all.
Oh,
There's only
hello.
Black
only-
Eagle.
There's only one fold down the center. Everything is straight. Everything is symmetrical. Every corner is crisp. You could literally hold it like this without it being here, and this thing is solid. So this thing would definitely, even with that, it wouldn't come back a 66 or 67, but I could see this still coming back a 63. And this is a blast white.
Who are you talking to on that one?
On this one,
No, 710.
huh.
He's like, what to say they don't oops when they grade your coins. Yeah.
They actually have so many processes, 710, that I have shown how PCGS does it. So it takes 4 different people in different departments to get an error label out there. That's why they're worth so much, because it's not supposed to happen. Just like the mint, it's not supposed to happen anyway. I brought 2 more out. This one here, I think, is just really cool. It's a came back a very fine 35, but these here is 1864, and these are bond certificates uncut.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
But as you can see, again, not
It's even an
symmetrical. You can see
offset.
that corner there, and you see, look here in the center. You see
Yeah,
how
it's
off
that's
center this
offset.
paper is. This is an off center. So I'm wondering why they didn't get an off center on the label, but not
Yeah,
for me to
because I
judge.
can see that the gap between the 2 top bills
Yeah.
and the gap on the 2 bottom,
Way
Or-
different.
yeah, way different.
Yeah. So
It looks
And on
like
top-
monopoly money on that side.
yeah,
Well,
I mean the
really-
backs are just blank, and that's how they are.
Yeah,
Now
well,
this one here I thought was really cool. 1913 railroad bonds, and this is 7 of them uncut.
Mine.
And this
My grandfather
And
used to have
this-
tons of those.
and this got a 66. Yeah, this one here, this is even in a 66. This one ain't worth much, but I picked it up because it was a cheaper one in case to get somebody interested in it. I mean, I'm only selling it for $50. I paid 43 for it. I'm making $7 on the stinking thing, but just because of the high grade and what it was, it's just something cool to have at a gun, knife, coin collectible show. It's just
You ever
cool
come
to
across
have.
railroad coins, like Erie Railroad coins, for instance?
Oh yeah,
I'd
Oh,
love to find it. I'd love to find a centennial coin from the Erie Railroad because both my grandfather and great grandfather worked there.
After the gun show, Briggs, I might pick a. There's a guy there. He's the only other dealer, and he's actually with the promoter. He's the promoter's husband.
I mean,
because
I
the
don't care if
promoter's
it's
a wife.
beat the crap. I don't care if it's beat the crap and worth 2
But-
cents. I just
Yeah,
want
no,
1%.
he has some that are. He has some that he only sells for like $5 or $6. So I mean, and
Yeah, I'd love-
they're in decent condition, and because they're not worth a lot. So and I might just pick you up a couple, and if I do, I'll just get your address and send them to you, just to say. here
I'd
you go.
love a couple of them because my grandpa,
help
both
out.
my grandpa had
Right.
them, worked there.
But yeah, I'll show the back of it too, because you can see there's only one fold, and it goes right
Yep.
there through where they fold it in half. And this thing is, like I said, blast white. Corners are there, everything, and I'm like, this one should be because this one here, even if it's ungraded like this, with the condition and everything, this is a $350 bill.
I got
Now,
a
if it's
question for
graded,
Crystal.
that's about a $700-ish bill, depending on what the grade comes back.
Do what, sweetheart?
Did you forget the blonde is out here?
No, I didn't forget the blonde is out there.
Okay. Because she just poked her head in. It's like, that's what.
I know, but she needs to do more than she has.
She
Okay.
needs to take care of her business.
A lot more than the 5
And-
seconds until somebody walks away, turns their back on her.
Sounds like
yeah.
my dog.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then let's see what else. I showed you those. But yeah, then the other things. I've got some more stuff coming in, and I've got 2 from Big Flip Coins, 710, and people in chat can tell you who Big Flip
Yeah.
Coins are. I've got another Georgia $10 bill coming in and a Georgia 25-cent bill coming in. But the thing about the Georgia 25-cent, it's as big as a normal note.
Wow.
It's not a
That's-
fractional. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, how is it not a fractional?
710 says
But
I
then I've
need
got-
one, but he doesn't need it that nice.
The only other one I have 710, if I can put my camera here, is I have one up there in the picture frame, and it's in there correctly. It's not taped or anything like that, along with the other bill that's in there. And it's got 3 folds in it and 1 fold across the middle. I mean, honestly, that's about a $125 note all day. If I were to take it out and sell it, I would not grade that one. It would probably come back probably a low, very fine, maybe a high fine, but I wouldn't put it any higher than that. But that's the only other Black Eagle that we have in the house, other than my daughter has one, because everybody in the house loves Black Eagles. But yeah. So guess what you boy, good thing you were on the phone with me earlier, Mater. Pissed me off. So I get a phone call from my landlord saying, the gas company just came and shut your gas off. And I was like, why the hell did they just come and shut my damn gas off for? Apparently you haven't been paying your gas bill. I'm like, the hell I haven't. It's on auto pay. So apparently the gas company that we have here is retarded as hell because they didn't know how to tell anybody. Good night, Cajun. They don't know how to tell anybody. But last summer they reset all of their systems. You know that we have what we call Southwest Gas, and I'm on auto pay. Okay, I don't think about my bills. Why? Because I shouldn't have to. It's on auto pay. Take it out of my account. There's the money. Blah. I don't want to worry about it. I don't like bills. Anyway,
Who does?
so I get a thing from the landlord, and she puts it on the door. Your gas bill is $595, and I called them so quick, and I said, "Excuse me." I gave him my name, my address. We verified everything, and I said, first of all, I know it's not your fault, so I'm not going to get mad at you. But why in the hell do I have a $595 gas bill? And they said, well, sir, it looks like you haven't paid your bill in 17 months. And I said, I had many questions in my head. First of all, one, I'm on auto pay, so what are you talking about? Two, why would you let something go almost 2 years without being paid before telling somebody? Three, I can look on my account and it shows that I'm on auto pay. So
Not
what's
Renegade.
the problem?
I
And they
see
said-
Renegade.
And they
I'll
said,
show you
"Sir,"
my bill.
and they said, sir, you are on auto pay, but you were on auto pay with our old system. When we reset all our systems and upgraded and got everything, some customers didn't their stuff didn't automatically come through. So we haven't been getting your payments. I said, okay, that goes with the rest of the questions. I said, so why did you let it go for 17 months and not tell anybody? Well, sir, you do have paperless billing. Yeah, and I can show you right here where it says I'm caught up and up to date. Why do I have a $595 gas bill? And they said, sir, refresh your page. And apparently they did something on their end where it showed I have a $595 gas bill now.
Don't you love that?
So now I've got to go to the bank because apparently we haven't been paying our gas bill for the last 17 months when I thought things were getting paid. I am not a happy person.
I got a $2,000 gas and electric bill yesterday because they haven't been sending out bills here at all since last May.
I'm like, are you guys serious? You guys really just did that? And they're like, well, sir, and I completely understand that I'm an adult. I should be taking care of my own finances. It's fine. So I'm not blaming them. I'm blaming them that
They didn't.
the least we could have done is said, hey, we are
Well,
updating our systems. You might want to make a courtesy call to see if you're on auto pay or if you would like to re-enroll in it because we just shut everybody else's stuff down. That would have been a nice heads up.
I
Were
would
they,
have
they don't-
710.
my question is, were they taking the money out of your account? the
I
entire
went
time?
back through my account and I saw where they were taking it out up to last summer. Then they stopped. I just automatically assumed they were. So they are correct. I have not been paying my gas bill. So now I got to pay $595 all at one time to get it turned back on, which it'll be turned back on in the morning now. And I'm like, Jesus.
You know what you
okay.
need to do?
Everybody asked me what's for dinner. And I'm like, microwave.
You know what I tell them? I tell them you better, being you guys didn't have the courtesy to contact me before this. If you don't, I'd say cut the late fees out. Otherwise, I mean, they should do that as a courtesy. Cut your late fees out. That's my opinion. I mean, because the late fees,
they did cut the late fees out for me, or my gas bill would have been $700 and change. So they did knock off over $100.
I was gonna say, because if they didn't knock off that, that'd be a big chunk.
I just got this in today too, and I don't know if you like or if you remember the game, but
Pac-Man.
Pac-Man. Oh, it needs a bow on top.
right.
That's
Oh, they
Mrs.
actually make a Mrs. Pac-Man too. I think this is the 2021. I think the 2022 has got the little red bow on it.
I'll be honest. I want the female ghost. If I'm going to get anything from Pac-Man, I'm going to get.
Now
Wendy the ghost.
I'm not into Marvel too much, but I think that was just cool.
Ooh, when did that come out?
This came out in 2018.
If you ever find a Deadpool, let me know.
How much, sweetie? How much?
What, for this one?
Yes.
I gotta look at my inventory.
Because I've got to look. Give me a
You know-
second to look something up.
Let me look here.
There-
my
there's a
inventory, what we have
reason.
it going for.
Do you know the
Uh,
original Mr. Pac-Man was called?
Black flag.
I forget.
Mr. Do.
Yep.
Mr. Do.
Give me a minute.
Okay. the
He
reason-
is. Black Panther is 60.
Put it back.
Yeah, they're a little expensive. Well,
Put it,
obviously.
no, put it back. No, not my sweetheart. Get my bin. He passed.
She wants
that,
it.
that was made before the gentleman that played the Black Panther passed away.
Yeah.
I want, please.
She
You want
wants
that?
it.
Okay.
I'm,
Well,
I'm going to be.
it'll be 65 shipped, honey.
Well, I'm going to see about a little here and there, and I may get the grams that we were talking about.
All right. If you get the grams in the shipping, then it's just 60.
Well, you can always combine it with Queen's
But
Beast.
because the gram bars, I already put the shipping cost in the price. So,
Yeah, you gave me the
Yeah.
41 for that.
or I got this one here. I can't. This one here, I just thought was cool. This one here is just awesome. It's concave.
Oh, sweet.
And that's a 2 ounce.
What is that? That
It's a
looks
Nordic.
like,
It's a Nordic shield.
okay, from the way you were holding it on the backside, it looked, and it was far enough back that it looked Aztec or Mayan.
Well, yeah, it's a. I'm not sure. They call it a Nordic shield, but I think it is an Aztec or Mayan shield. But I'm not 100% sure. I'm still researching that one.
You would have to send me a picture for me to be.
Yeah,
able to
and
tell
then
the difference.
then I just got these, and these are pretty cool. The
Ooh,
1.5 ounce Year of the Tiger.
kitty cats.
Kitty cat, since you have cats.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but I have to have the same year as you, and I don't like being a goat.
Like
And
the-
then I got this one just because I played the game so much because of the Black Flag Assassin's Creed thing.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the Black Flag. This is the Red Flag Fleet. If it will focus. There you go.
Yeah.
So like I said, we got a bunch of different stuff. I got pandas coming in. I got more. We got another 10 packages coming in today, and we got 11 packages today alone.
710. I have itty bitty kittens in the front room. I can get you 4 of them.
Or how about this for you Patriot people? Now this ain't the
those-
cool. This ain't the cool part. That's the cool part.
Ooh.
Oh, how much?
It's 160 for if it's 40 a piece, so it'd be 160. Or if somebody bought all 4, it'd be 150. I would take 10 off.
That would be nice,
But yeah, so you see the stuff I'm buying for the gun show coming up because it's
Oh,
a
yeah.
lot of veteran stuff. A lot of veterans there. Hi, honey.
Okay, you said it'd be 150 for all 4 of them.
It would be 150 for all 4 of the bars. Do what, honey? All right,
that's
honey,
it
I
for
love
you,
you.
sweetheart. Yes or no?
Well, I'm thinking something. Hello, I'm thinking something like that would be perfect to maybe raffle off.
Yeah, because I mean, what biker wouldn't want? We stand for the flag.
Oh yeah.
All right, money. Hey, put it off
Bennett.
to the side.
Put it in my
All right.
bin.
All right, so
I
there's
miss
that.
money.
There's
I'm
that.
sorry I didn't say it right then.
No, you're good. There's that. There's that. Oh, I'm not trying to get up here and sell it. I'm just trying to show you all the cool stuff.
And what happens when you put stuff on the table, sweetie?
Oh well, yeah.
Not my
But
sweetheart.
I don't know who has, and I got this just because I was hoping for someone that showed up there that had a father that was born this year, or a Father's Day this year had a kid born or something.
What year?
Father's Day 1975.
No.
Nope.
My dad was in 53.
I know, but I'm hoping that's when I'm at the gun show, someone might have,
Yeah,
maybe it's an
possible.
older person that has a kid that was born in 75 and they became a dad. It would be a cool gift or kind of whatever.
Yeah.
since there is 3 generations of people on there.
Yeah.
So I know it was blurry. Sorry about that. But,
My father had all his kids by 71, and we were all in kindergarten, 5th and 6th, whatever grade by 75.
and then I did just get this in. These things are getting harder and harder to get your hands on. It's America the Beautiful. It's a 2020 ware
Ooh.
farm.
Nice.
Yeah, I got a Mr. Do video game, full size arcade game
Oh, we
in
got
storage.
we got that one there, and then this is what it looks like when it's graded.
Mm.
Just different quarter, but
Yeah.
this is from the West Point. Let's see. It is Philadelphia. There, 710.
Damn.
5 troy ounces.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so just so you guys know, if you guys get the gram bars too, you're at 251 with the gram bars. Not my sweetheart.
Well, mine would be separate from his.
Okay, well I'm just saying total.
I know.
Total.
Yeah, because mine would be 101 by itself.
Yeah, yours be 101, and then his is a
150.
150. And then I'm just going to put it in one package so you don't worry about shipping.
Yeah.
And
since
then yeah, those would be all yours too.
And
Yep.
since the 41 is the gram bars and
Yep.
shipping's already in on that.
Yep.
You lucked out, dear.
All right. Well, I need to set this down because it's already 9:30.
Oh, and for you, and Miss Money bought this for me. This is not for sale. I want to show this though, and this is for because I am a Christian and I don't care what channel I'm on. I will boast that. Y'all can just kiss my bahootie.
I'd rather not.
But this here, she bought me. It's a Noah's Ark.
Oh,
Ooh,
that is sweet.
nice.
Oh,
Yep.
God,
And
We're gone.
and it is government backed.
Oh, nice. Money,
let's
ask-
focus, yes.
Ask Miss Money to come back in for a second.
500 drum from Armenia, Republic of Armenia. Honey, let me call her because she's in the other room. No, wait, I'm gonna get up.
Yeah.
I don't like calling people in my own house, but I won't get up.
Oh, that's fine.
Honey, where are you at? All right. You seriously calling me from the house?
Hello?
Hi, not my sweetheart would like your presence behind me for a minute. I'm gonna give you the headset. She would like to talk to you for a second.
God.
Okay?
Okay.
All right. I'll see you in a minute. I love you.
I love you too.
God.
I gotta shut
God.
my camera down for a second and get something else. So
So, bye, 710.
bye, 710.
But yeah, so and then I've got like I said, I got 10 more packets. I mean, this is a list of what I've got coming in this week, and I haven't even got it all written down. I mean, just one of these is a 25 slab mix lot that I bought, and then I've got other slab. I got 4 Litat slabs and 5 ounce got silver. I got 20 ounce the copper. What?
Okay.
Oh, you need me to mute for a second. All right.
And it's cold out there. 22 degrees out. No wonder it's so damn cold.
22 degrees. God, we're over here at 83, and I got the AC on 72.
Okay.
Oh, we got
Shut
it on
up,
74
money.
now.
Shut up. Shut up, money. Or I'll send you a nice storm next. I already sent
Yeah,
one
I
to Maynard one last year.
Hey, I prefer an ice storm. Cool me off. All right, Miss Money's gonna have the headset.
Okay. I am making this granny square and I'm just going to give it away. It is going to have
Okay.
Hang on.
okay.
There.
Okay. I'm making this
Aw.
and I'm going to add this color on top of the pink that I'm working on now.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, I have 2 balls of this that'll go on top.
Uh-huh.
Do you want
Do you want
Yeah.
it?
Don't you like her haircut?
Okay.
Yeah,
She's pretty.
I do like your haircut.
Oh, thank you. I love it. I lost 3 pounds just getting it cut.
I know that feeling, but I'm just like, but I like putting my hair up.
It'll take me 3 years to get it back down to here.
Oh, jeez.
Mater and Crystal Botke.
Okay.
You look like
People when you do their right up at Tennessee or something.
looks like you're copying Katrina.
I've
Well-
had this off and on since I was 18.
I'm gonna hand the headphones back to Billy.
Okay, thank you. And when I get this worked up, I'll have your headband, and it'll all get shipped at once.
Oh, okay. You want the thing?
I-
Okay.
You just missed a funny one, Maynard. I just got it. The guy just came up. I offer because I've been trying to sell my old Suzuki now for 6 months. Okay.
Yeah, he's getting ready to shut it down anyway.
Yeah.
And the guy, what I got up for sale for just what I used it as a lien on to borrow my TT. So basically, I owe $2,500 on. Some guy said it's not worth $2,500 because it's 11. It's exactly 10 years old this year. I said it's only got 79,000 miles and no rust, but then he said he couldn't drive it anyways because it's standard.
The millennial anti-theft device.
You know, I heard something for you engine people real quick. Is this true? A car guy told me this, and he's a friend of mine here in town. But he said something about GM or all models. I don't know, Ford, Chevy, GM, but all of them will stop by the year 2025. They will not be making any more manuals whatsoever.
I believe that.
You can get it.
I-
You just
I
don't have
don't
to
see
pay
that.
for a special order.
Well, that's what they said. He said it would have to be a special order, and you're going to pay about $3,000 more on top of what the
Yeah, I
manufacturer
believe
said.
that. I actually do believe that because it's gotten to where people can't. It's like that Suzuki I got. It's got 79,000 original miles on it. And I have been advertising it for. I started at 3. I got listed at. I started at 35. Then now it's down to 25. And everybody looks at it, loves the car. They fall in love with it. There's no rust on it. No, everything works. AC, the power windows, everything. But they get inside. Oh crap! It's standard. I had a 40-year-old man that couldn't drive it.
Not my sweetheart. Are you taking care of all this tonight so I can get all this shipped up?
Um,
I'm just asking so that way because I got to request a pickup for tomorrow, and I got to do it before 8 p.m. and it's 7:30.
okay. I need to talk to him real quick, so he needs to shut down and come inside.
And that's all right. Just talk to him real quick and call me within the next 20 minutes.
Well, if it pops up in your Cash App, I'll text you. Say, hey, Cash App.
All right. Well, if it's there, it's there. Okay. No problem.
Yeah.
I'm not rushing. I'm just curious.
I know.
That way
I
you
know,
get your
I
stuff out
understand.
earlier.
All right. Well, like I said, I do need to shut it down because it's already over half an hour past my normal shut-off time.
Yeah, and you have to go get the kid.
I thought you got the kid.
I went and got the kid, and then I took him to work, and now he's got to go get the kid from work.
I thought you took.
Yeah, I
I
haven't
thought
finished
you
my
already
dinner
got the
yet.
kid from work.
Well, that
Hush.
I thought. I guess Miss Lorna went to bed because I know I didn't mean to tick her off earlier.
she was joking. She knows that. She knows it.
I know.
But yeah, he came on Lorna's stream and he says, "Hi, not my sweetheart. How are you?" First person to greet is me instead of the host. And I'm like, I'm sitting there like,
Yep.
Hey, Tyler,
sis,
we're
you're-
actually
you're coming
fixing
in
to
right
shut
as I'm shutting it down. Yep.
Hmm?
All right. Like I said, I need to shut it down because it's 9:30, and for some strange reason, I've only been going just over 2.5 hours.
Nope,
So
that's fine.
StreamYard's saying 4.5 hours. I don't know what's going on.
I only see 2:33:51 on my end.
They're showing
That's what I-
4:33. on my end.
Who knows? Maybe it just started up from your last stream. Who knows?
Hey, extra watch
So,
time.
I
There you
don't
go.
know.
Tyler, if they're off the side of the
All right.
road, you
I
don't
got
want
you.
to get them because they're cracked. 99% of them are cracked. So you just want to go to a place and buy them. It's going to
Yep.
cost you, but you want to go get them. I worked at a fish supply store. Don't do that.
Tyler, you want a fish tank? Not before he shuts down. You drive down to me, and I'll give you one cheap. I'll give you a $500 fish tank for $200. Nice square, perfectly cube. It looks like a giant Rubik's cube. Fish tank meant for saltwater or regular. $200. It was my old man's. Come and get it. Stand and
There
all.
you go. There you go.
And he's in New York.
Yep.
Yeah,
but I
he's
ain't
up-
delivering.
he's
If he
up
wants
at
me
New
to
York.
deliver it, $200 more.
Yep. All right. You have fun,
All right.
Briggs. We'll talk at you later, okay?
All right. I appreciate everybody's been here. And like I said, Wednesday will not be doing live because I got something going on. So I don't know if I'll do one later in the week or not. Don't know for sure. But hey, keep checking in because with what Jeff and I have been talking about, we're going to be breaking the news on this Predator Ghost engine. And we're going to be having the information out before everybody else does. So I appreciate everybody's been here, sticking around. It's been fun. So till next time, stay safe and God bless.